Hello? Hello? Kedengeran? Kedengeran? Oke, jelas? Selamat malam, good evening. Apa kabar semuanya? Oke. Apa tuh? Greetings. Oh ya. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Purin and this is Purin time. Tonight's main language is gonna be English, since the game has many texts, and also, I don't want to, I don't want to translate a whole visual novel to Indonesian. So yes, tonight's main language is gonna be English, as I also will read aloud the texts of the game. Yippee! Okay, as a little bit of context, so tonight's game is titled Death and Faeology, and it is a game made by Indonesian game devs, which is Mushroom Mallow, and this is going to be part of the Southeast Asian Game Aesthetic or CGO 2025 event, in which content creators and also game developers from Southeast Asia are going to go around and make good, behave, play games together. Hello Puri, nice to meet you. How I say this, you lewat in my veranda. Yes, thank you for chatting when I lewat in your veranda. Okay, so without further ado, ganti BGM. This is the game. Okay, can you guys hear? Can you guys hear the BGM and my voice clearly? Can you see the game screen? Yes, no. Okay, a little bit of context. Jadi, sesuai dengan judul, as the title says, this is only the prologue of the game. So it is currently unreleased. So this is kind of a demo. Oh, game kinda loud. Okay, wait. Tak kecilin lagi. How is this? Is it okay now? Yeah? Is it better now? Yes. Aman, okay. Probably because still loud. Probably because this is the opening screen as well. Wait, let me just adjust the game audio a little bit. Segini kali ya. Okay, how is this? Okay, better? Slightly better? Okay, better. Okay. Yeah, so a little bit of context. So this game is currently unreleased. It's still the prologue, so this is more or less a demo. And yes, this is a visual novel, so there are going to be a lot of texts and reading and lore. And I think there's gonna be a lot of detective stuffs. Jadi investigating choices, you know. So God help me. God help me. I mean, you guys help me. How about you guys help me, okay? Okay. Let's start the game. New game. What is your name? I am the type. Honestly, I am the type who never changes the main character's name if it already has a name. So I will keep it as Augustine instead of naming whoever the main character is Purin, because I'm pretty sure that name is not going to fit into the whole vibe of the story. Am I late, Agus? Agus? Iya, ini kita jadi Bu Agus ya. Bukan Pak Agus tapi Bu Agus. Kayaknya sih dari namanya. Okay. Then Augustine it is for now. Proceed. Oh. Grading first year's assignments can be such an exercise in patience. I ought to remind myself that Faeology is a relatively recent science, only a couple of decades old. Wait, you Indonesian? I am. Tapi sekarang main language English ya. This university, the only Faeology university in the whole country, was just finished being built in 1905. It is still barely acknowledged in the academic field. More importantly, I've got to keep in mind that children inherit their parents' prejudices and misconceptions. The human world has formed its own notion of fairies. Alas, I find myself unable to suppress a big sigh every time I read references to poisoned apples ushering princesses into eternal sleep. A reference to the Cottingley fairies is one I can understand, since it was quite the sensation not too long ago. Although it would be clear in the eyes of renowned Faeologists that the photographs are mere imitations. A pity that Sir Doyle was taken in by it. I ought to take a break. The grading session today has taken me quite a tangent. Okay, so we are dosen. What is dosen? We are a lecturer in a university in the majoring in Faeology. That much is clear. Yes. My beloved Oz. Oh, wait. So that's the fairy. Oh, so pretty. I suppose having a fairy companion does give one an advantage in identifying genuine fairies. I'd say a break is in order, wouldn't you, Oz? Oz responds through trills that I've learned to interpret over the decades I've known them, like how we communicate with our cats. Lumut malam, Mbak Pur, lumut malam. That's a lamp. It could be, if you wish it hard enough, it could be your lamp. Are we going to romance a moth? If there is an option, then there is a way. If there is a way, there must be an option to romance the moth. Oz, the Cottingley fairies again? Yes, and princesses eternal slumber due to poisoned apples. We don't care much for human princesses. But making poisoned apples is rather an easy feat. Shall I turn one of them into a toad in front of the whole class to show that fae folk is capable of more than that? At the same time, showing them that not all fairies are a friendly bunch. I can't help but chuckle at the thought of that. I believe some might just quit the same day if you do that. Besides, if other Faeologists get a hold of your existence, who knows what they'll do to you? Chances are high those people will try to pin you to a corkboard and vivisect you. I would never let that happen. I've always appreciated you pursuing Faeology to ensure that. This is the least I could do. We've known each other since I was 7. You've saved me countless of times since then. Well, you could have let me bleed to death when you found me. I would never. I can hear a delightful melody of chirps laced with a touch of whimsy, which makes me feel just a tad fizzy. I can tell if this is an otome or a mystery VN. It is both. Nothing is stopping this game from being both. Oh, apa pencet apa? Oh, enter. It seems that even the laugh of a fairy possesses some magical quality. While you're on a break, isn't there something else on your agenda this afternoon? Right, Mr. Henkel's letter. Thanks for reminding me. I retrieve the letter from a patron from a desk drawer. I lean back on my chair and read the missive aloud to myself. Dear Augustine, how long are you going to keep me in suspense? Will you or will you not accompany me to this year's Laios Gala? How do you read gala actually? I know the word, but I actually don't know how to pronounce it in English. Is gala? Is it gala? Or is it gala? Or is it gale? Gale? Gala? Yeah, I'm just gonna read it as gala, eh? You could do a lot worse than forgetting your boring books for a moment in favor of whiling away an evening with champagne and canapes. How do I read that? Canapes, canapes, and invigorating company. Leos the Monster Eater? What is that? Is that a reference? I don't know. I guess the first way, gala. Oh, it is gala. And when I say invigorating, I'm not speaking of those odd sorts with deep pockets ready to be exploited by way of funding grants for your research. I'm speaking, of course, of yours truly. Do write to me sometime before Saturday. That's tomorrow's date, isn't it? Oh, I know. My delay in responding is entirely by design, I assure you. I'd hate to be getting the looks from the crowd like I'm a wet blanket. Faeology isn't worth my dough, they'd say. Oz's replying chirp is decidedly indignant. I nod to Oz in agreement before returning to Mr. Hankel's letter. In other news, I've heard that little Ruthie Blythe caused a minor ruckus to the city's hottest speakeasy. It's gala? Oh, really? Did you Google it? It's gala? So it's not gala, it's gala? They meant Laios from Dungeon Meshi? No! I did. Oh, thank you. Both are correct. Okay then. Thank you. We learn new things every day. If your old friend Detective Krause hadn't been in the area at the time as well, who knows what could have happened? I find myself rather perturbed at this revelation. I would have telephoned Ruthie and asked what the story was, like when we were children. However, for better or for worse, we aren't on friendly terms anymore. I resume reading my patron's letter. Speaking of the detective, have the two of you been keeping in contact? He gave me the cold shoulder when I crossed paths with him at last week's benefit. I couldn't help assuming that his persistently frosty treatment of me might have had something to do with you. It's unfortunate that the extensive bonds you have with him should end in a rather bitter taste. As you have told me more than once, when it was good, there was nothing else quite like it. Yet you speak very little of him now. I find myself wondering if he still holds a place in that guarded heart of yours. The letter is signed, Yours everlasting, Oscar Henkel. Well, I've kept Mr. Henkel waiting long enough. I press a pen to a fresh sheet of paper to commence crafting a response. Just then, a familiar rhythmic rapping pierces the silence. I glance in the direction of Oz, but they're nowhere to be seen. Oz must have camouflaged themselves in a heartbeat. I put Mr. Henkel's letter in the drawer before calling out. Come in, Minnie. My assistant enters the office. Oh, what a cutie! What a cutie! She's careful to snap the door shut behind her. Professor? Yes, Minnie? Were you talking to yourself again? That's right, you know me. I see. Sometimes I wonder what she must have thought while hearing the mumbling sounds of me speaking with Oz. But she knows when not to poke her nose into things. I thought, originally when I saw the promotional images, question mark, like the banner in Steam, etc. I thought this girl is gonna be us. But turns out it's our assistant. So basically, the main character is, for now, not identified. Like the identity, whether it's a he, she, they, or the overall, what's it called, appearance of the main character isn't actually defined yet so far. One of the things I like about her, and also what makes her the bee's knees when it comes to being an assistant. I'd hate to be the bearer of bad news, but he's here. Who? That police detective from the newspapers. Police detective? Even as I echo these two words, there's a sinking feeling in my stomach. You know, the man who made you crumple the papers and toss them in the trash can. In the end, we had to stop our subscription for the dailies. Detective Theodore Krause? Yes, that's the one. Knowing Theo is here makes my world go momentarily off kilt. It's as if, by the magic of the fairy tales I malign, the ink in my patron's letter has manifested him into the reception area. Can't you tell him I'm out delivering a lecture on the far side of campus or something? That depends. Is a lie like that going to deter this man? An astute question. She is truly wise beyond her years. I put in hello. Or probably not. He'd happily traverse the entire campus just to torment me. Guessing? Alright, let him in. Apa kenapa? Mau nanya apa nih? Mau nanya dong katanya. Polisi tidur kalau dipukul kebangun nggak ya? Kalau polisi tidur kalau dipukul tidur aja sih kataku. Kalau polisi bangun, aduh nggak ah. Aku nggak kepikiran lagi yang lucu apa. Kalau polisinya bangun nanti kamu didenda. Apakah boleh ngomong gitu? Nggak boleh kayaknya, guys. Nggak jadi. Cancel. Don't cancel me, I mean. Aduh, it depends on how hard you hit it. Malam Mbak Puring, selamat malam. Oke, kita lanjutkan. Alright, let him in. With a brisk nod, Minnie returns to the reception area. I barely have time for a steadying breath before Theo barges in. He drops a box on my desk right off the bat. What is this? Why is he in my office? Well, look who the cat dragged in. Not even a how do you do? What? Do nice teas suddenly mean something to you? I seem to recall you packing your bags and moving out without so much as a goodbye. There was no one to say goodbye to. Didn't you find out I left only a few days later? At least it made it easier for you to leave, didn't it? Oh, we have a history with him. There is a tinge of hurt in his voice that I'm only able to pick up because we lived together for several months. That's short. Or is it long? Several months? That's short. As my mouth struggles to catch the words hanging in the air, I feel the piercing, icy silence creeping in. I want to break the silence before I freeze. Oh, what's in the box? He lets out a deep sigh that rather sounds like relief. Your things that somehow you didn't take with you when you left. Even the oddly crafted handkerchief you loved so much. That handkerchief was a gift for you! I see the corner of his mouth twitch. He's lying. What should I do with this information? Reach out for the box to check or respond in disbelief? Okay, so we have a history with this guy. He seems bitter, but he's also a detective, which means there might be a case of something. Maybe he is trying to hint at something important inside the box that he cannot say out loud. So I will choose to reach out for the box to check. Save? Where's the save option? Is there no save option? Safe option. Not yet, I think. Okay, then reach out for the box to check. I quickly stretch out my hand to the box, yet he is just as fast in catching my wrist before I can open it. I withdraw my hand from his grip swiftly, like a studded bird soaring into the sky. That truly caught me off guard. I'd forgotten what his hand feels like. Oh! Tension! I feel the tension. I was only kidding. Although you really haven't changed much, have you? You just went straight for it. He sounds amused and slightly pleased, as if he just confirmed the accuracy of one of his deductions. Neither have you. I threw all of it away right after you vanished, he says with a subtle squint in his left eye. Another lying tale of his. Oh, he kept our stuffs. He still has feelings for us. I can't help but sigh at his antics. Of course you did. So what's really in the box? I'll take a guess. I do have an idea. Knowing him, he'd sooner face the whole Al Capone gang by himself and take their bullets before coming to visit me. This must be way more important than our poignant history. Case evidence. I've seen boxes like this one before, but never one quite so large. It's a really big case, isn't it? Or you could say it's a really big box. Not funny, I'm sorry. He nods. The biggest of my career. And to come to me, of all people, you must be at your wit's end about this. He looks away, as if trying to hide how galling the circumstances at hand are. Truth be told, I'd rather face the whole Al Capone gang and take their bullets than having to see you again. Bullseye. Gee, that stings a little though. So why would you... Hold on a minute. You think this has some sort of connection to faeries? Flicks his tongue in exasperation. Oh my, it seems I've hit the bullseye twice today. We stopped talking about faeries at some point when we were still together. Those talks always led to a heated discussion and then into arguments because nothing I could say could change his skepticism towards mystical beings. This is certainly the chance to tease him about it, though it might be unwise considering the emotional peril he must have gone through to get here. What should I do next? Tease him! Yeah, just kidding. Should I? I should just ask more about his thoughts. I'm a good gal. But I kind of want to tease him. His face, so teasable. I'm sure if there's like a romance meter, teasing him would probably decrease it. But who cares, right? It's a demo, so... What's a life? What a game. Tease him! Oh, this must be killing you. Mister, I don't believe in this, I can see. He lets out a loud and sharp exhale, this time with a touch of indignation. Dry up, will you? I still don't believe they exist. I've been running around in circles with this case. For all I know, the perpetrators could just be magicians playing tricks. But then I remember the crazy stuff a loony of a formerly betrothed once told me, and my hunch got stronger. Formerly betrothed? So we were, fiancés? And I ended up here. Seems like I touched a nerve. He must have been under a lot of pressure if he tells a blue streak like this. The case must be beyond big. My mistake. Guess I got a little carried away there. So what makes this case so significant? Why do you think it relates to fairies? Are you even allowed to tell me? I hear the sound of a chuckle under the breath like a bolt from the blue. For a brief moment, his gaze on mine seems to revert to how it used to be. Oh, look at that, he smiles! Hey, that's gentle, that's a gentle look. Until the seriousness returns to his face. First things first, since I'm leading the investigation, I do have some discretion on what details to divulge and to whom. That is, if the confidant can bring value to the investigation. And I've known you for a fact that you can be discreet. Still, I must ask your sworn secrecy on this matter. Got it. So tell me about the case. Why does it seem to be of paramount importance? It's a multiple murder case, potentially perpetrated by a single culprit. The victims are chiefly middle-aged women residing north of the city. They are from old money families, the types that make regular appearances at high society events. I see. No wonder you're all tensed up. You're telling me. Chief took me off every other case and insisted I put all my time and effort into this. It's only a matter of time until the press catches wind and makes a circus of everything. And with some of the victims of peculiar manners of death. He pauses. This is where the faeries came in? He silently stares and then sighs. I swear I must be losing my mind. You've got this. Now he draws in a long, deep breath. 3 of the victims had a manner of death that the unit has never seen or heard of before. The strangest case is the one where the body seemingly hardened into bony tissue overnight. Also, it's kind of like... I don't want to say calcification. It is calcific, but not because of burning. Like, calcification is usually because of burning, so it's petrification, but not really into stone. Her corpse almost looked like a carved wooden statue. Oh, I've heard of something like that before. Of course you have. I frown at him. Don't start now. He clears his throat abashedly. Without finding what caused these deaths, and more importantly who did this, the press could spin the stories out of control. I don't want to imagine the look on victims' families' faces if and when the papers are making a razz of these poor women's deaths. Besides, what kind of depraved, sick bastard goes around murdering women in such a way? The city is already running on fumes. Crime's becoming more rampant day by day. People shouldn't have to look over their shoulder every night. It's no way to live. Even as he lapses into silence, I say nothing. It's not just the city. The rise in crime is bleeding him dry too. Yet, I am unsure of what words could soothe those who are fighting it on the front line. I've never been where they are. The frown lines between his eyebrows grow deeper. You know, considering the victim's background, having these murders being exaggerated in papers would pressure the families to insist on closing the case as soon as possible. No matter the cost. No matter who's to blame. You're right. Innocent people are going to bear the brunt for this. This is a terrible situation. I feel my stomach churning, my arms crossed on instinct, trying to hold my own disquietude in place. Is there anything you can do? I'm just one man. Try as I might, I can't keep those rotten police brass from lining their pockets. Nothing but... Sorry. Turap dikit. Nothing but a pack of lowlifes in high places. He exhales sharply, his voice laced with contempt. Then he fell into silence yet again. Lumut malam, sir, lumut malam. Similarly, words seem to have abandoned me, as I can't shake this feeling of helplessness crawling under my skin. After a minute, he meets my eyes once more. Well, you're a good listener. Better than most. He curls his lips into almost a smile. I don't mind it at all. Thanks. He clears his throat once more. Alright, let's get down to brass tacks. This box includes case files, crime scene photos, a couple of blood samples which I was able to request to bring to you, and several other pieces of evidence. Other than the strange manners of death I've said, forensics was puzzled too by the blood samples. How so? One of them doesn't contain iron. Ah! Blood sample, but it doesn't contain iron? Sounds like a bit like transmutation, alchemy, black magic thingy. That's interesting. Nothing surprises you, does it? Well, about this peculiarity. I'd bring up something from my fairy books, but you'd always find a way to deny it. You're right about that. I'm still investigating the possibility of unknown drugs or poison that somehow caused these oddities. But I'd be a fool not to go after my hunches and look into all possibilities. What about robbery? It's ruled out. No fingerprints, no evidence of breaking in, nothing had been stolen. And motives? Revenge? We're still interviewing the city elites, looking for the possible motives. But it takes time, you know how it is. Yes, of course, they're very busy. Speaking of city elites, I know people who can be very helpful in getting some inside information. The expression turns sour at full tilt. Ooh, that man? I say people, but yes, that man will be particularly helpful in this matter. He scoffs brazenly and doesn't even try to hide it. Even at the first meeting with Mr. Henkel, the person we are about to write back to earlier, there was some inexplicable tension between the two. Do they have a history too? Theo said something about Mr. Henkel feeling off and always hated it whenever I had something to do with him. Though it might just be jealousy in disguise. You know wrong voice, sorry. You know I'm right. Even if he's barely in the newspapers, he's most likely at the pinnacle of high society. And I don't think he'll mind if I ask him a few things about this. Turns out he's jealous about Mr. Henkel, so not that they had a history. We had a history. Sorry. Why, of course. He's always got a soft spot for you. Hell, he's probably carrying a torch for you for a long time, judging by the way he follows you everywhere. Well, he happened to be interested in Faeology and has a lot of money to allow its development. Look at you, all ready to defend him. What, are you two an item now? I might have steered this reunion right back to where we were months ago by bringing up Mr. Henkel. But it was necessary to mention him. I don't know anybody else who would have that much information about high society. Besides, there has never really been anything, even if we did go to fundraising events together from time to time. It was strictly business. Yet again, Theo seems to lose his reason whenever we talk about Mr. Henkel. I don't have the time or the energy to argue with him. What should I do? Try to make him see reason or explain the truth about the relationship with Mr. Henkel. Okay, guys. Time to vote, I guess. Okay. So, in my POV, okay, if we try to make him see reason, it might be better because when we explain the truth about the relationship, it might calm him down, but it might also sound like we're just dodging. But if we try to make him see reason, it might calm him. We won't seem like we're Won't seem like. No, actually, it would make us seem like we're dodging the main topic. So maybe I'll just explain the truth about the relationship with Mr. Henkel. Yeah, we should. Okay, since, well, and it's mostly because I see him as someone who's unreasonable when it comes to us. So maybe he won't see reason, but he will understand if we explain about the relationship. Yeah. Let's go explain the truth about the relationship with Mr. Henkel. We're not anything. We go to fundraising events from time to time, but these are work. I've gotta get money for my research from somewhere, you know? Our relationship is strictly business. He gives me a dirty look. You dirty! Sure, I believe you. No, he doesn't. Besides, what I do with him is none of your beeswax. His voice becomes even more irritated. That's right. It's not my concern. Do whatever you want with him. Just make sure he can keep his mouth shut about the case. I can't help but groan at this turn of events. I will. While we're on the subject of useful allies, you mentioned before about blood that doesn't contain iron. I can take the blood samples to the university's chemist. She's good at what she does. And she's from a rich family. She might know some of the victims, or their families, at least. I'll trust your judgment. I take it this is you agreeing to help with the case. That's right. There are lives at stake. He let out a soft smile, as though in quiet agreement with what I said. Thank you. Well, if you think it'll be helpful, you can even ask the people you mentioned what they know, using the evidence site. But the case files are for your eyes only. Understood. He has fallen silent somehow, leaving an uncomfortable hush in the air once more. We should have maybe just reasoned with him, not to talk about the relationship yet. Suddenly, a realization comes to mind. Does this mean you'd be willing to hear about faeries? About Faeology? That depends. If this was indeed fairy doings, and if through your investigation you can provide solid theories on 3 things: the culprit, their methods of murder, and their motives, supported by evidence, of course, I'm sticking with the idea that there's a logical explanation, an earthly one, for now. Fair enough. I'd wager that we have approximately 24 hours to get some sort of answer. An answer that makes sense. I can feel the papers are close to getting the story. While you're investigating this lead, I'll look further into unusual drugs and poisons. How about it, Faeologist? You dare take on this challenge? Do I? I'll help even without being challenged. No. I'm not gonna accept it and be smug. Bring it on, detective. This brings a grin to his almost consistent brooding expression. Good. If you need anything from me, just ring me. Aye, sir. But you need to promise me that you'll not just hear me out, also keep an open mind on fairy topics if I succeed in what you ask. I promise. But I can't promise not to scoff from time to time. That's good enough? I ought to get going. Maybe this will be an opportunity for you to increase Faeology's credibility in the eyes of the academics. Maybe. Seems like some detective has been following the tiny part of Faeology in the newspaper. Says you. The one who had to stop the daily paper subscription just because some detective kept getting the headlines. How do you... Before I could finish, he had walked towards the door and opened it. See you tomorrow around the same time. I hear the door closed. Hey! I exclaim with a hint of frustration. After some thought, I realized that he must have noticed the missing newspaper on my desk and my assistant's. Reading papers was part of my daily routine when we were together. I can only shake my head in disbelief. He hasn't changed much either. As I'm reminiscing about the few moments of our past relationship, Oz reveals themselves again now that we're all alone. That was quite the reunion. It was quite a reunion indeed. He hasn't changed at all, has he? I suppose. Although you don't have an obligation to help him. I know. But I've already agreed. Very well. Just don't overwork yourself. Yeah, thanks, Oz. I find myself slowly drifting into thoughts. A victim's manner of death, hardening into bony tissue, could be one of the fairy curses, ossification. If only I could ask Oz whether a fairy was behind this and which one, but it is not that simple. Even if they are my longtime companion, fairies have their own rules about exchanging favors, and they are secretive about their land too. A favor like that doesn't come cheap. At least I'm stocked up on milk and honey for small requests. Speaking of requests, I should get started on a reply to my patron's letter. For some reason, he seems to be more insistent this time that I come to him with him to the gala. I retrieve a paper and a pen, and I mumble to myself as I write. Dear Mr. Hinkle, I hope your recent forays into high society have proven more fruitful than they have in... Should I be hyperbolic? Yes or no? Yes! I don't know. Maybe. I'll be hyperbolic. Hey. More fruitful than they have been in the centuries you've been roaming amongst their lavish ranks. Believe it or not, I have been considering whether the merits of trying to impress the wealthiest folk of the city outweigh the obvious indignities. You first brought up the possibility of my accompanying you to the annual Leo's Gala a couple of months ago, and I'm still weighing my options. How do I want to play this? Be coy. Be apologetic. Be coy. I'm not sorry. You shall know my answer definitively if you find me on your arm on the evening of the event. About Ruthie, I can't say I'm surprised to hear about her latest flirtations with disaster. Since we were both toddlers, she's frequently found herself in trouble. Her fiery personality certainly doesn't help her get out of quarrels. I would love to telephone her and ask how she's doing, but we drifted apart a long time ago. Nevertheless, I'm glad to hear that Theo was there too, to smooth things over for her. I have now arrived at the topic of Theo, or the Detective Krause, as my patron refers. I suppose his query was meant to uncover whether I still care for Theo. Or should I answer? Sometimes my thoughts wander back to him. He and I are old news. This is how you romance everyone. He and I are old. As for Theo, I have long since stopped dwelling on him. I've thought of him and I as a relic of the past, and I feel no regrets in having ended it when I did. Upon signing off, I sealed the letter with wax. I then turned toward my trusted Fae. Oz, can I please trouble you with something? You want me to deliver this letter to your patron, don't you? Indeed. Time is of the essence here. As always, please take care not to catch anybody's attention. You'll see it by tomorrow morning, I'm sure. It would be my pleasure. Thank you, Oz. I'll see you later today. I watch as Oz flits out of my office window and vanishes. Once the Fae is gone, I call my assistant to my office. Yes, Professor? Hold on 1 second. I rifle through the contents of the box. Carefully, I extract the blood samples that Theo mentioned. They appear to be stored in test tubes. Would you mind asking Dr. Rayford to analyze these blood samples? I'll do that, sure. As I hand the samples to her, I notice that she looks like she wants to say something. Over the 2 years we have been working together, I've picked up on a few of her tells. What is it, Minnie? How'd it go with the detective? You don't mind me asking? Oh, no, not at all. He's the same as always. There's lingering beef, of course, but we've sort of managed to put it aside for something more important. He has brought me a rather significant case that he suspects might have some supernatural elements, as hard as it was for him to admit it. Oh, good for him. I can't help but grin at her remark. I'm glad it didn't end in a shouting match, at least. Yes, me too. I'll deliver the blood samples now, Professor. Thank you, Minnie. Minnie hurries out. I'm alone in my office again. Remembering the conversation about the case, I'm suddenly engulfed by an unexplainable eerie feelings. I should start the investigation right away. Ooh, this is the actual investigation part. And by the way, like in the Steam page description of the game, it was described that they are not heavily influenced, inspired by Ace Attorney, and also, if I remember correctly, what is it? I forgot. Ace Attorney, and there's one more game, I forgot. But yeah, but Ace Attorney I remember, because I love Ace Attorney, so I remember that reference. But yeah, this looks like the investigative part of Ace Attorney indeed. By the way, I kinda suck. Gak bisa back! Bujir, keklik! Gak bisa! I cannot go back! What? Oh no, I accidentally clicked next. I haven't read it. Oh well. Okay, so investigate. Use the black light to see invisible things. Read the encyclopedia to gain additional informations. Press the button to end the investigation. Okay. Huh? Okay. Wow, there's a lot of things. Ini blue light. Black light maksudnya, blue light. Black light. How to cancel? Oh, I can put it back. Nice. Ini buku Faeology. Ayo kita baca dulu ya. The pages are gone in the wind. But I think I understand. Fae and insects. Some Faeologists have applied Darwin's theory of natural selection to Fae kind. Cannot we? Yeah, I think. Fae kind. By putting them in the same genealogical line as insects, especially the Lepidoptera group, which includes moths and butterflies. This is supported by their similarities to each other. Beneath a special black light, some species of butterflies can glow by having a chemical known as phosphorus, which fairies also have. Cannot read, but this is a fairy? Or is it a butterfly? Can we... No, not yet. And welcome back to the Musketeers! Ayuyuyuya! Selamat datang kembali. Selumut datang kembali. The similarities of fairy kind to insects as well as birds and others in the animal kingdom manifest in terms of the variance of fairy magical abilities. One magical skill possessed by some fae is transfiguration, which is similar to metamorphosis. Wielders of transfigurative spells can make themselves or fellow fae take on another form, including appearing human. Lagi nonton tiba-tiba dapat email membernya habis. Terima kasih ya, langsung di renew. Thank you for instantly renewing your membership. Mwah. Anyways, earlier we talked a little bit about transfiguration. and death is currently mentioned. So fairies can disguise themselves and or their wielders um, to appear like a human slash somebody else. Many high faes have heightened powers of suggestion through the emission of toxins capable of causing hypnosis or illusions. Although quite rare, some high faes can transform living beings into solid objects, such as stone or bone. Another example of fae magic is invisibility, which is similar to camouflage. There may be other types of magical powers that have not yet been documented. Ada berapa halaman nih? Lumayan banyak, guys. Aku baca semua kah? Nggak apa-apa? Atau mau di-skip-skip dulu? Intinya, free smooch in this economy is not really free. You paid that for you guys. Hello Purin, hello, selemut malam. Ini mau dibaca semua sama aku atau mau diintiin aja tiap page-nya? Kayak cerita sebelum bobo ya? Gak apa, kalau mau dibacain juga gak apa-apa maksudnya. Tapi lama gitu, gak apa-apa kah? Fae factions and conflict. There are two main factions of High Fae, the Scribes and the Warriors. The Scribes are known for their defensive magic and their intelligence. The Warriors are known for their power and their offensive magic. Meanwhile, the Low Fae faction is comprised of Faes with limited parasitic magic. They are a widely maligned species that likes to consume human blood, hormones, and even souls. The history of Fae class conflict is not very well documented. It appears that there are quarrels between these factions as there are with humans, as there is a certain level of disdain for the other faction. However, disputes also occur between fairies of the same faction, just as humans do. Nonetheless, both factions of High Fae deem parasites despicable Low Fae. Both factions of High Fae deem parasites despicable Low Fae. Oh, so Low Fae is just parasites to them, due to the limited and parasitic nature of their magic. So the High Fae faction, which is Scribes and Warriors, thinks of the Low Fae as just trash, basically. Blacklight. All fairy kinds seem to be weak against iron. Although a small amount of iron, such as in meat or blood, does not seem to ward off fairies. Historically, cold iron was often forged as weapons and used to repel fairy magic. The intricate use of iron, combined with physics and chemistry, is applied by Faeologists to develop a special blacklight to detect and distinguish the magical essence of the three main types of Fae. Beneath the blacklight, scribe magic appears blue. Scribe blue, warrior magic is red, and parasitic magic purple or violet. Jadi purple or violet. Can you guys see the apa namanya, the cursor? Yeah, it is the blacklight. So yeah. Can you guys see the cursor? Yeah. So this is, I think, purple or violet. So this is parasitic magic. Scribe, bluish, and then reddish to orange-ish is a warrior. Sustained blacklight illumination on an object imbued with fairy magic may reveal intricate details of certain complex spells. Scribe. The scribes are high faes who are capable of expressing benevolence and kindness that is similar to humans' kindness, and they tend to be friendlier to humans. I think Oz is a scribe. Maybe. However, this kindness is only shown in the form of favor exchanges, and they do not go out of their way to help others like humans would. The scribe magic that assists humans is contingent upon the favor that humans deliver to them. Yeah, it's us. For example, some scribe fae may use their magic to give blessings to humans who have done very special favors or boons for them via inheritable, invisible markings such as sigils or birthmarks. These blessings can last through generations. The rumored Fae-touched bloodlines have become wealthy and powerful through the decades that they have been favored. However, they may also use their magic as a curse, sometimes even deadly if they feel offended or insulted. Some scribe fairies are also prone to pranks and mischief when they are bored. Warrior fairies, the high faes of the warrior faction, frequently reside in groups and are territorial. They are protective of their troops and tend to be unfriendly towards outsiders, especially if they come from the scribe faction or are human. Okay. Scribe is friendlier, might do favors. Warrior are more aggressive and does not like humans or fellow scribe face. They will smite anyone who interferes with their group. Humans entering their territory, even if accidentally, may face elimination through the warrior's offensive magic. So it could be scribe fairies, pranks, and or curse. It could be warrior fairies magic because it's their territory. Although fairy warriors typically remain within their own kind and seldom venture beyond the boundaries of the fairy realm, they are known for their aggressive temperament and volatile disposition. Caution is strongly advised when encountering and interacting with these beings. Parasitic is it parasitic or is it parasitic? Parasitic fairies. Fairies with limited magic consistently need to feed off other sources of energy, mostly drained from humans. Oh! Okay. Like nyamuk. But mosquitoes. Such as blood, hormones, emotions, and life force. However, the mechanisms and rates at which these drainage processes occur are greatly varied. Parasitic. Okay, parasitic. Parasitic. Notable incident changeling. There are unconfirmed rumors that some high faes like to capture humans and bring them into the fairyland for purposes such as forced reproduction, servitude, ritualized combat for their amusement, and so on. The fairies leave changelings behind to mask their absence. A changeling is composed of several fae, typically of the parasitic type, magically transformed to look almost exactly like an abducted human. Due to the complexity of the fae magic required to create a changeling, the enchantment almost always goes awry. The anomalies common among changelings include an extra finger or an extra toe. Berantem sama AI ini mah. Gelutnya sama AI ini. Nearby heat conductors such as small metallic objects have also been known to repel or to warp the magic creating changelings. That's it for the book. Wait a minute! So faes can transform themselves into humans. They can abduct humans. So basically we can totally romance the fae if we're crazy enough. That's good. Oke, terus sekarang record, kita baca satu-satu. Case 1, Audrey Woodridge. Oh ini, the ossification. Not like we can. How do we open this? Can we open it? Can I? Is it not openable? I miss a tutorial on this. It's not openable. Might not be openable. Hey, did I miss something, guys? Can I open this? But anyways, Audrey Woodbridge. Salah. Siapa namanya case-nya? Susan Moore. Oh, this is not ossification, but she looks like. Oh, is this the girl with no iron in her blood? She looks like blood is completely drained from her body. Susan Moore. Whoa. Edna Niblet. This is Mary Hatcher. Can it see fairy marks from photos or not? Probably not, huh? Not from photos. Oh, okay, I understand. The first victim's crime scene. This is the first time I encounter something that could be ossification. I feel sick to my stomach. No one deserves to die like this. Things odd with her finger. Satu, dua, tiga, empat, lima. It looks weird. But that's an extra finger. That's not the thumb. So this is a changeling. How do can I wait a bit? But maybe if we name Audrey Woolridge, age 51 years old. Manner of death, hardening into bony tissue. From afar, the corpse looks like a carved wooden statue. Time of death, around 1 p.m. Do I need to write this down, guys? Should I? Maybe I'll write this down, guys. Where do I write it down? I'm gonna write it on the screen so that everybody can see. But I'm going to hide it when you guys don't. Okay. Audrey. Wah, gede nyo. Bentar ya. Kita percantik sedikit. I'll turn on the BGM as I edit this. So many effort. Okay. Color. Okay. Habis itu a bit of an outline. I give too much effort for this, but that's good. Okay, here it is. Audrey Woolridge. Changeling, extra finger. Time of death, 1 p.m. Okay. Okay, continuing. Victim profile: an affluent middle-aged woman in the city. Police report: the victim reported hearing strange noises and seeing strange phenomena in the days immediately preceding her death. The interviewing officer suspected, due to the victim's strange behavior, involvement in occult matters. Forensic report: no traces of drugs or poisons from what could be extracted from the body. Further autopsy still in progress due to the victim's manner of death. Woolridge. Oh, that's a familiar name. It is? Jadi ternyata kalau mau investigate, we need to. So when we want to investigate, turns out we need to put the what's it called, the Kaca pembesar. What's it called? The zoom inner. No, that's not the word. Kaca pembesar. Magnifying glass. Not that. You need to put the magnifying glass to the item you want to read. So changeling, maybe. Second case is this girl. Susan Moore, age 40 years old. Wait, let me just write that. Susan Moore. Susan Moore, 40 years old. OD, not yet. Manner of death. What the hell? Manner of death, refusing to drink anything but her own blood. Time of death around 11 a.m. What? Refusing to drink anything but her own blood? Sounds like a parasitic fairy possession. 11 a.m. But her own blood. Parasitic fairy possession? Wow, they are so serious about this. Victim profile: an affluent middle-aged women in the city. Police report the victim's mother reported that the victim was suffering from a prolonged paranoid episode in the days leading to her death. Specifically, the victim was acting erratically and saying strange things. Forensic report: despite the manner of death, there are no signs of dehydration or hemochromatosis. No traces of drugs or poisons. Blood type unknown. Other blood-related investigations are underway. Note: blood does not contain iron. Okay. Blood does not contain iron. I'm gonna write that down. Blood does not contain iron. Justification. Wow, I am so serious about this. I wonder if we will actually go up to until the actual investigative part. I mean, like talking to people and stuff. Okay, recordnya taruh dulu. This seems to be the second victim's crime scene. Her complexion, it's not quite the pale hue of death, far paler than should be possible, almost drained of color. Something's odd with her fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. AI! Just kidding, it's changeling. Again? Is this all a case of changeling? Again? This is the third case. Wait. Oh, wrong. Sorry. Oh, wrong. Oh, yeah. I think this is the third case. Name: Edna Niblet, age 64 years old. Manner of death: knowing her own fingers. Edna Niblet. Let me just write that down. I think we would be able to access the I think we might be able to just access these informations at any time anyway, but still. Just so that I remember. Gnawing her own fingers to death. That's a crazy thing to write down. 10 a.m. TOD. They have like their gaps, but that gaps between deaths are like 1 hour, I think. Victim profile: an affluent middle-aged woman in the city. Police report: a friend of the victim reported that she visited the victim's residence to drop off an invitation shortly prior to the victim's death. friend of the victim reported that she visited the victim's residence to drop off an invitation shortly prior. The friend also wanted to check on the victim's well-being as she had allegedly been acting strangely at a party the night before. According to the friend, she witnessed an emotionally charged conversation between the victim and a young factory girl. However, the friend didn't think much of the interaction at the time. At the crime scene, the invitation card dropped off by the friend was seen close to the victim's corpse and was taken in as evidence. Forensic report, no traces of drugs or poisons, blood type unknown, other blood-related investigations are underway. Blood does not contain iron. Tama eh. Berarti each and every one of them don't contain iron? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ini juga sama, jadi 6. It's the third victim's crime scene. Her fingers, I've seen corpses before, but never like this. There's another strange thing about her fingers, also changeling. I think all of them are changelinged. Changelinged. Hey, but this girl's fingers are normal. Oh? Hey, I detected. I'm gonna write that down for a bit. Seen quarreling with a factory girl. Changeling. Okay, now the fourth case. The fourth case. I okay. Mary Hatcher, 19. Oh, wait. Oh, this one's pattern is different. The other 3 is middle-aged women that are probably changelings. Something happened to them because of faeries. This one does not seem to. The arsenic poisoning. 6 p.m. Just write that. 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Arsenic poisoning. Okay. Victim profile. A young factory girl. Oh, this is the girl that... Okay. That quarreled with... Who's... Edna Niblet, I think. Despite not fitting the trend of the previous victim profile, she has been preliminarily included in this case because she was seen having a heated conversation with the third victim shortly before that victim's death. Police report the victim's father described her as not acting like herself in the days before she passed. Shortly before her death, the victim visited the police station. According to the interviewing officer, she seemed to be on the brink of confessing something when a look of terror suddenly crossed her face. She then appeared to change her mind. She hurriedly left the station without saying anything further to the interviewing officer. Prior to death, the victim suffered from violent abdominal cramping, followed by diarrhea and vomiting, consistent with the effects of arsenic poisoning. Okay. Traces of said poison can be found in blood type A and the glass she was drinking from near the time of death. Blood contains iron and other elements commonly found in human blood. Normal blood. Oh. So only her is different. Almost confessed to the police something. Normal blood. Okay, so this should almost be everything from the case. Fourth victim's crime scene. Poor girl. It's a cruel thing to see youth being stolen so abruptly. Interesting. I think I'm done investigating. So this is what we got from the earlier investigation. Can you guys see it? Gedein lagi di outline. Kelihatan oke. So there are four. I'm gonna turn on the BGM. So there are four victims: Audrey, Susan, Edna, Mary. Only Mary is most different from the other victims, circumstances of death and also age-wise, and also blood, basically everything. I feel like it's something to do with, I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I don't know anything yet, but I think we've done seeing the apa namanya benang merah, the whole thread. Like we just need something to connect them. Yeah, I'm gonna hide the text. Continuing and investigation. Are you sure you want to end the investigation now? No, I am not sure because we got the blue light, but we've got nothing to blue light. I mean black light, sorry. We got nothing to black light. So, yeah. Probably nothing, we don't have anything to black light yet. So, okay. Confirm. The changelings only into middle-aged ladies? I think it's more like something to do with probably the girl has some kind of connection with faeries. She was killed and then the faeries were pissed and they took, what's it called? Took offense and then kind of killed the old ladies. Something, I don't know. Sounds like a apa ya? Like a quarrel between classes. Continuing the story, a knock on the door makes me glance up from my desk. I realize the sun has set while I've been absorbed in the investigation. Come in. My assistant enters the office. Dr. Rayford has arrived to drop off the blood samples and she wants to talk to you. Already? Yes, she's just out the door. I must say I'm pleasantly surprised at her work speed. Alright, set her in. We need nods. She returns to the reception area. Dr. Florence Rayford enters. It has been only 3 years since she has worked at this university, but she has proven her But she has proven her reliability more often than not. Good evening, Professor. Good evening, Doctor. Dr. Rayford hands over the blood samples. She also gives me her lab report. Here you go. Thank you. So, what have you found? The most peculiar thing is that there is no iron in one of the blood samples. There, is this very related? Her question prompts me to ask myself, to what extent of the case can I divulge to her? Theo did say that I may ask the patron or her for information using some of the evidence. Although she has knowledge of fairies and their curses, can she handle seeing crime scene photographs? As I return from my thoughts, I notice her voice has taken on a higher pitch. Hey! Ayah! Selumut malam, ayah! Dan kandang ayamnya. Wah, di raid guys, kita di raid. Terima kasih yang sudah datang. Ayam raid, ayam, para ayam sekalian, terima kasih sudah datang. Terima kasih raidnya ayah. Sekarang kita lagi main game. Ini buatan developer Indo. Tapi gamenya baru ada teksnya, kayaknya baru ada bahasa Inggris aja deh kayaknya. Jadi saat ini ceritanya anggap saja lagi dibacain bedtime story pakai bahasa Inggris. Karena dia visual novel ya. Tapi aku bacain semuanya. Welcome, welcome. Semoga enjoy. Selamat selumut malam. Selumut datang. Semoga amin. Okay. As I return from my thoughts, I notice her voice has taken on a higher pitch. This is so exciting! Are you working with the police? Does this mean that we'll get better credibility in the eyes of the public? Oh my, we're going to be in newspapers, aren't we? And not on the usual corner spots too. Oh, I can hardly contain myself. It appears she took my silence as a yes. Jadi detektif kah? Betul. Jadi detektif bidang perperi-perian, guys. It's good that she's excited about the possibility of advancement for Faeology, but her cheerful disposition can sometimes be rather overstimulating. As if on cue, a knock on the door arrived to spare me. This specific sound is familiar. More familiar than when my assistant knocks. Special delivery. Mr. Henkel's hands are empty. We are going for Henkel, okay? Orang kaya. Silver Fox nomor 1. Aku ingin hidup tenang, guys. Mr. Henkel's hands are empty. And what pray might you be bringing for me? Is it you? Are you the special delivery, Mr. Henkel? If you wish to call me special, then I certainly won't stop you. But I did bring a box of huckleberry muffins for your office. Minerva was instantly enamored by their buttery scent. She is currently feasting on them. I can only hope she will leave a muffin apiece for the rest of us. Oh, hello there, Florence. I didn't expect you to see you in this office. Hello, Mr. Henkel. Fancy seeing you here. Although you do have a habit of making this office your sole stop on campus. She chuckles. That's just because this is where all my money went. A well-spent investment nonetheless. He makes a retort at Dr. Rayford but throws a subtle smile in my direction. How cheeky! He's so flirty! So, Florence, what's been occupying your time as of late? She looks at me briefly, possibly wondering whether she should tell him about what she did for me. The usual matters, I suppose. I tried asking your father about you at the latest soiree. However, he confessed he didn't have the faintest idea. You must tell me more about your chemical research one of these days. The colorful pursuits of you young academics thrill me to no end. You know I can't share all that much, Mr. Henkel. Unless, of course, you find yourself in the position to become the chemistry department's benefactor, then all their secrets are yours. A more playful giggle escapes her lips this time. I'm afraid I'm all tapped out, financially speaking. Oh, I'm not buying that one, not for a second. He's telling fibs, isn't he, Professor? Well, now, I certainly don't want to get in the middle of the money talk of the rich. I wish I had that information, Doctor. It would make proposing for research much easier, with a bit of delicate leverage, naturally. Mr. Henkel laughs in amusement. I feel I should ask the reason he's here before this conversation takes an odd turn. On another note, Mr. Henkel, did you get my letter? Is that the real reason you dropped by? Upon recalling that I asked Oz to insert the letter into his mailbox only this afternoon, I'm about to retract these questions. Unexpectedly, though, he bows his head in assent. Your words have always had this immersive impact on me. Perhaps that is why you are such an effective educator. Whenever I encounter your written language, I long to hear it spoken post haste. Are you putting a spell on your letters by any chance? I think you're the one with all the spells, Mr. Henkel. Your muffins, for one, have always been successful in getting Minnie's guards down. Oh dear, you two are making me blush. I suppose it's time I take my leave and let you both be. I'm due somewhere shortly anyhow. Oh no, that might not be necessary. I can't stay long either. Mr. Henkel lapses into silence as he continues staring into my eyes. It's difficult to maintain eye contact with him, but even harder to look away. I see the tension. I wonder what I should do. I ought to discuss the case, but both of them seem to be in a hurry. Should I tell Mr. Henkel to return another day since I need to have an important conversation with Dr. Rayford right away? Or should I dismiss the chemist and meet with my patron now? There are benefits to either choice. Soliciting Dr. Rayford's opinion on the case may be a good idea. She could share more insight on the chemistry side of the case. Her parents own a successful company that produces the powder makeup in evidence. She would also know the social happenings among the wealthy elites. On the other hand, Mr. Henkel is also a viable candidate for an interview. His connections within high society know no bounds. Everybody seems to know him one way or another. He might know things Dr. Rayford doesn't. Since he has been funding my research for a long time, he's also more familiar with fairy topics. Whom should I interview? Logically speaking, see Dr. Rayford, yeah. But I mean, it's pretty clear that we got the blood samples. We can blue light it. I don't think there might be deeper things with the blood. For romance sake, I guess we'll try Mr. Henkel for now. You know, for romancing sake. I don't think we can romance Dr. Rayford for now. Mr. Henkel it is. Mr. Henkel, would you mind staying for a while? I'd like to discuss something. Not at all. I'd be delighted. I turned back to the chemist. Dr. Rayford, thanks again for analyzing these samples. Your assistance has been invaluable. Please don't let me keep you any longer today. You're quite welcome. I'm always happy to help. After bidding Mr. Henkel a swift farewell, Dr. Rayford is out the door in no time. What do you want to talk about, my dear Faeologist? I gestured toward the large box on my desk. It's a box of evidence for a multiple murder case. Is it from Detective Krause? It is indeed. He brought it to me this morning. You haven't seen the detective in months, have you? How'd that visit go? It's nothing special. Oh, it's nothing special. There wasn't anything worth mentioning except, of course, about the top priority case I'm tasked with. I don't know why, but I have an inkling that he's pleased. Was that why Dr. Rayford was here earlier? She had analyzed some biological samples? Yes, that's right. Alright, tell me about this case. How can I help? After binding my patron to secrecy, I rattle off the basic facts of the homicides. I believe I might have heard a bit about this case. Not the gory details, mind you. Just little whispers here and there. Yes, I was hoping you'd be familiar with some of the parties involved. I wanted to show you something. Please share any knowledge you might have about the evidence. Sure, I can do that. A record. Oh my god. I have so many things I haven't checked. I forgot I haven't checked these. I forgot I can scroll. Oh no. Lupa. I forgot. I haven't checked these. Oh my god. Oh well, let's try. This is a photograph of Mrs. Woodridge's family. All of the faces here are familiar to me. I must express my deepest sympathies when I see them at the Liars Gala. Can you tell me more about the people in this picture? The Woodridges are perhaps one of the most prominent and powerful families in the city. The victim's father was in the running to be the richest in the world until he decided to devote much of his wealth to lavish charitable endeavors. This elderly woman is the victim's stepmother, a beautiful socialite for whom the victim's father divorced her biological mother. Oh, okay. This younger man is the victim's stepbrother. I see, thanks. And then about the victim herself. How terrible. I knew Madame Woodridge. As you undoubtedly know, her family hosts the city's biggest charity event every year. They tell me the fundraiser will be moving forward despite the tragedy in the family. According to my sources, she loved that event dearly and definitely would have wanted it to proceed. Did you ever know her to dabble in occult matters? Knowing this woman as I did, I doubt it. If it would help, however, I've heard several elites are members of a clandestine occult group. I only heard of the name the Golden Dawn. Hardly anyone knows about its existence. But you do have your way of knowing, don't you? I say teasingly, and he responds with a sly smirk. I do, indeed. Odd coin, you might know about this. It looks like a rare coin that only collectors would have. Oh, he doesn't know anything about it. Do you know anything about makeup? Is this the one from that popular brand? Nectar Bell. That's the one, although that's all I know about it. Of course he doesn't know. What about this ring? My, this is very bold of you. Are you sure you want to be bound to me forever? Says you, asking that question knowing full well this ring isn't mine. He laughs wholeheartedly. So, whose is it? Mrs. Moore. All I can tell you is that she and her husband were always attached at the hip, 2 peas in a pod. Okay. Berarti photograph lain. Oh, how awful. I was familiar with Madame Moore. Through the grapevine, I heard the devastating news of her death. I often interacted with this exceptional woman and her sprightly spouse at high society events. They are both gracious individuals. Oh, but no information, okay? Are you familiar with this girl? No, I've never seen her before. Whoever this girl is, I express my sincerest condolences. Oh, of course, because she's not from high society. Did you know this woman? I did. She was a fine, upstanding lady. She certainly didn't deserve such a gruesome ending. She was known among her peers for her rare coin collection. From what I've heard, you can see her collection displayed in every inch of her house. This is the first time Mr. Henkel and I are talking about something this gruesome, even though I've known him in a long time. Yet, as he spoke his condolences while seeing the corpse's photographs, his face remained blank, as if the words never reached his expression. His eyes didn't even flinch. How odd. I wonder if this lack of empathy is just a trait of being in the upper class. That's odd. Tadi ini udah ya, Moore. Berarti Woodridge udah yang Moore belum ya? This is a photograph of Mrs. Moore and her family. What can you tell me about the people in this picture? I believe this elderly couple is her adoptive parents. I've never really talked to them, but I hear they're kind, wonderful people. Biologically, Madame Moore was born as a so-called miracle baby to wealthy parents of advanced age. When they passed away, she had no other family members by blood. She was thus adopted by a middle-class couple who were trusted employees of her biological parents, or so I've heard. Upon coming of age, she received her sizable inheritance and wedded a recently rich entrepreneur of humble origins. This is her widower in the photograph. He's said to be extremely close to his parents-in-law. Okay, I think that's all we can ask of him. Oh yeah, invitation. Why are you showing me this invitation? Is this your way of confirming that you'll be my date? Should I lock it down? Keep him hanging. Confirm the date. Why not? Yes, let's do it. Perfect. I'll pick you up here tomorrow. Udah ya, lab report. Udah sih ya. He can't possibly know anything about blood samples. Oh, I see. This is interesting indeed. I can see why the detective came to you with this case. What? I haven't even read the lab report yet. I forgot to read it. Woe me. Udah deh. Yeah, I forgot to check. Oh no, ya udahlah. An interview. Confirm. I have no further questions. I believe I have enough information for now. Already? Yes, Mr. Henkel. Earlier you mentioned you had a prior arrangement, so I won't keep you any longer. Thank you for your time. You've been incredibly helpful. I'm delighted I could be of assistance. Reach out to me if you need anything else. I'll see you soon, yes? I give him a brief nod. Mr. Henkel then leaves my office. I'm alone again, but not for long. My assistant pops into the office. Professor, I'm heading home soon. Is there anything else I can do to help? No, I'll be perfectly fine. I think I'll stay and work for a bit longer. Okay, see you tomorrow, Professor. Have a safe trip home. Upon wishing me the same, Minnie leaves. I have some time until I have to wrap up my workday and head home from the office. Oh, syukurlah masih bisa ngecek. I forgot we can scroll, man. Okay. This is where the blue light comes in, I assume. Yeah, boy. I can't even begin to imagine how her husband must feel losing his soulmate this way. Oh, it's blue. Ring is blue. This is Miss Woodridge's wait, apa? Ringnya siapa ya? Aku lupa. Ya. Bukan ring dia. Oh, Moore ya. Yeah. Ring has black light. Okay. I'm gonna show again. Ring has black light. Moore. Wedding ring has black light. Okay. Okay, that's sus. Terus ini koin. Apaan sih ini? Never seen a coin like this. It looks rare. It is blue. Huh? Kebakar. What's happening? I've seen this before. This is a parasitic fae. A failed transformation magic? There's no mistaking it. The structure of the thorax, antennae, curvature, elongated legs, they're exactly the same as the parasitic fae I catalogued several months ago. What happened to you, poor fae? Of course, no response is forthcoming. Old coin itu tadi punya siapa ya aslinya? Oh no, I should have shown this to who the name is Mr. Henkel. Oh, I'm too late. Mr. Henkel only knows that this is from a popular brand. It has nothing. It has nothing on it at all. Okay. Kita belum lihat fotonya. The man in the darkest suit seems to be the husband of the victim, the woman with the pearls. He's supposedly close to his in-laws. This means the other two are the victim's adoptive parents. Okay. Terus yang ini adiknya, bapaknya, ibunya dia. So this middle-aged woman in the colored blouse and the other man in the suit are father and daughter, related by blood. And the other two are the stepmother and stepbrother. Jadi kayak nyari AI ya, ngitung jari, siapa tahu V-nya ada dari sini. Terus tadi yang belum itu ini nih, Yoskala. I wonder why Mr. Henkel is so insistent on attending this event together. Can it be that his intentions toward me aren't entirely platonic? Well, very obviously. You don't say. Sini lab reportnya belum nih. This is Dr. Rayford's lab report on the blood samples. The content is quite similar to the forensic report. While elements similarly found in human blood, such as phosphorus, carbohydrates, some proteins, are found in the third victim's blood, it doesn't contain iron. Moreover, the amount of phosphorus found is in a higher percentage than that in human blood, making it possible for this to be the blood of a fairy. The fourth victim's blood appears to be normal human blood with iron present. Traces of arsenic are also found. Although there is some new information, I had expected the report to be more detailed. Then again, I did ask her to finish it as soon as possible, and she delivered. Okay, but the third victim is Edna Niblet. Blood might be faeries. Okay. That's interesting. Sekarang bloodnya sendiri kita keluarin semua. Ini siapa? Arsenic. Oh, okay. So that's normal blood. I've read somewhere that most insects don't have iron in their blood. Ooh. This one. Whose blood is this? Edna Niblet. Yeah, tadi yang victim ketiga ya. The third victim might be a fairy. Interesting. I think that's all we can investigate. Yeah. Yeah. So third, Edna Niblet might be a fairy. The other two old women might be parasited? Question mark. Tunggu, lupa. Foto siapa sih yang ada koinnya? Wait, ada koin. The coin with the coin. The coin. Who is the coin? Who does the coin belong to again? I don't remember. I think that should be enough. Coba sekali lagi. Udah deh, tadi udah ini. Okay. Keep it. And investigation. It's the next afternoon. I should be grading assignments, or reviewing the lecture I'm going to deliver come Monday, or do anything productive in the realm of professorial duties. Instead, I find my attention straying more and more towards the office door. I voice my frustrations to good old Oz. Theo will probably arrive at any moment. I can't stop wondering whether my explanation will be enough for him. In the past, no sort of explanation ever seemed to please him when it came to fairies. And why should it do so now? My voice cracks with concern. This time, he came to you bearing in mind the possibility of fairy involvement. He'd be a fool if he discredits you so soon. My fairy companion's chirping becomes increasingly stern this time. But you need to get yourself together. You must remain steadfast and strong when facing the detective. Don't permit your voice to falter when presenting your findings. I know I can't let myself unravel at this point. It's just that he's never solicited my opinion quite in this manner. A professional insight, no less. All the more reason to be as calm as you can be. Maintaining your composure is essential to delivering a persuasive agreement. But no matter what happens, at least you know you tried. At the end of the day, he's the one who needs to solve this case. You're right. Of course you are. I'm not a detective. I'm simply a professor sharing my perspective. Thank you, Oz, for always talking me off the ledge. Just then, somebody knocks on the door. Here we go. That's my cue to sail past your window ledge. Oh, wrong voice. That's my cue to sail past your window ledge. Best of luck. I whisper a hurried goodbye to my fairy friend. I'll see you tonight, Oz. Once Oz has flown out, I direct my attention towards the door. Come in. My assistant marches in. Professor, you have a visitor. The detective? Winnie nods. Alright, send him in. Winnie nods once again, walks out of the room. Theo paces around a little bit after strolling in. He appears quite distracted. Finally stops and opens his mouth. So, what have you learned? What have you learned? I take a deep breath. Here it goes. I have to present my findings to perhaps the most sought-after detective in the police force. Theo investigates cases right where the crime scenes unfolded. He's agonizingly familiar with the grit and the grime of the city's darkest recesses. Meanwhile, as a professor, my expertise primarily revolves around the nebulous, the theoretical. I must do my best to stay calm and collected, just as Oz suggested. I've read the case files. Victims' odd behavior shortly out before death could be due to hypnotic spells from faeries. The fourth victim went to the police station, but before she said anything, it seemed she saw something that scared her away. What if she saw something not human? In the manner of death? He interrupts me before I can finish. I have no time for assumptions. The papers telephoned our department this morning, said they found out about some of these deaths. So that's why he looks agitated. The chief is preparing a statement for tomorrow regarding this, so I'll just cut to the chase. Is there fairy involvement? Yeah, definitely. Yes. Yes, I'm certain of it. I can tell his interest is piqued. However, I'd like to first lay out the basics, since I'm pretty sure you've discarded the things I've told you in the past. He grumbles as if in admission of my statement. So far, we've identified 3 classes of fairies: warrior, scribe, and parasitic fae. Warriors have strong offensive magic, scribe's magic tends to be defensive, and parasitic magic is, well, parasitic. We Faeologists have developed a tool called Blacklight to detect traces of Fae magic. It can even be detected through photographs if the magic is especially strong. Warrior magic glows red, scribe magic blue, and parasitic magic shines purple. I forgot about that. I completely forgot about that. But I remember the ring was violet, and the wings of the coin fairy glows red. So there's both warrior and scribe fairy magics involved, I think. I found that seemingly fairies of one specific class are behind this. Which one is the culprit? I think the ring has red and violet. I think. The scribe fae. But I think it might be warrior. There's or parasitic. I'm gonna say warrior. Like it has a tinge of red, but also blue. The fairy dead fairy wing is reddish. I'm gonna say it's warrior fae. Maybe. I forgot, man. I'm gonna say can I save? I'm gonna say it's warrior fae. No, scribe. No. Ah, no, man, help me. Do you guys remember the color of the ring and the coin? I still remember the ring. I don't really remember. The blood sample was purple because she was. I mean, all three, honestly. I'm gonna say warrior fae or parasitic. I'm gonna say warrior for now. They're of the warrior class. What is the evidence? Dead fae. How does this prove warrior involvement? I put the dead fae beneath the black light. This is a dead parasitic fae. Look, it glows purple and red under the black light. I take it their bodies still glow even after they're dead? Correct. It takes a little while until their magic is fully dissipated from the corpse. Honestly, looks like just a normal bug to me. Hold on 1 second. I turn to the shelves and pick up one of the boxes containing a deceased insect from my ongoing research. I open the lid and show it to Theo. I found this one dying just yesterday. It died shortly after. Swiftly, I put it beneath the black light. A normal one doesn't glow, you see? Theo's expression is a blend of amusement and bewilderment. Quite interesting. And how does it end up here? A failed transformation magic. It's a parasitic fae that got warped by a coin due to transformation magic going awry. The coin in the evidence turned into this when I put it under the black light long enough, essentially revealing what it really was. So, the third victim, Mrs. Niblet. What about her? Mr. Henkel said she has her numerous coin collections displayed in all the rooms in her house. That particular coin must have been nearby when she met her fate. I can see a feeling of unease reflected in Theo's expression as he stares at me. I need a moment to digest all of this. I nod and take a moment to arrange the box neatly before placing it back on the shelves. What else you got? The ring. I remember the ring. How does this prove warrior involvement? I place the ring beneath the black light. You see, Mrs. Moore's ring glows purple and red under black light. See? It has red. Oh my god. Thank god my memory is actually intact. But why does it glow purple as well? It's a part of transformation magic, I think. That is because the ring is a part of transformation magic. When the parasitic fae is transformed into a changeling or human lookalike, high fae magic is able to copy everything, including Mrs. Moore's wedding ring. There's sudden silence in the air as Theo's eyes widen in consternation. What the hell are we dealing with here? He mutters in a voice that is filled with dismay. What else you got? Third victim's blood sample. How does this prove warrior involvement? I slot the blood sample beneath the black light to show the magic traces. You see, there's a glow of purple and red under the black light. How do the purple traces, or parasitic magic as you say, have a part in this? The blood is fairy blood. That is because this blood is fairies, and their blood contains traces of their own magic. This is further supported by the blood sample analysis. Fairies' blood has high content of phosphorus, just like reported. Adding to that, the missing iron. Fairies have an aversion towards iron. They don't have it in their blood. They can still, however, withstand the iron in human blood. That's why some parasitic fae like to drink our blood. As I ramble on, Theo listens intently with a slight surprised look on his face every time I start a new sentence. To be honest, I'm out of words at the moment. There appears to be strong evidence pointing towards warrior involvement. Based on what you've shown me, parasitic fairies are one way or another connected to the manner of killing. But you also haven't told me how the warrior fairies kill the victims. Give it to me straight. How do you figure the murders were carried out? Warriors directed parasitic underlings to sap life, causing ossification and severe hallucinations. Warriors replaced victims with changelings and killed the changelings with ossifications. Warriors are strong. They hate a low phase. So because they are strong, it might be the third one because their magic are strong. But hallucination spell sounds like a scribe way thing to do. Didn't we see a lot of changelings? I am also. I think like maybe then, yeah. We did see a lot of changelings. I think warriors replaced victims with changelings and then killed the changelings with ossification and hallucination spells. Yeah. I think so. That's why there's a dead fae that's supposed to be... It's failed transformation magic, right? So it is supposed to turn into human, but it failed. So I think the second. The warrior high fae used their transformation magic to turn parasitic fae into human lookalikes of the victims, which are often called changelings. Changelings. I take out the crime scene photographs with middle-aged victims and lay them out on the table. Using the magnifying glass, I show the oddity in the victim's hands to Theo. But why would they kill their own parasitic fae? I don't know about that yet. Maybe it'll make sense soon. This is one of the possible anomalies that is likely to happen due to the complexity of transformation magic used in creating changelings. As famous as these ladies' families are, it would have been a big thing on the papers if they had 6 fingers from when they were children. I don't seem to remember anything like that in newspapers, do you? No, me neither. Theo looks away as though trying to remember all the newspapers he has read. It also explains the missing iron in the blood sample since the corpses are not human. I wait until Theo meets my gaze again before continuing. They then murder the changelings using ossification and hallucination magic. It is done to cover up what they really did to the real humans. What they really did? Like what? Can be anything. The real humans might be kidnapped to the fairyland, destined to wed certain fairies and bring forth offspring, or be employed as a slave, or tortured for amusement until they die. I shiver at the thought of it happening to the poor ladies. Theo appears to be unsettled by the same thoughts as well. Hold on, are you saying that they might still be alive? There is a chance. Yet, the realm of the fairies is still an enigma, even for those who study their kind. The Faeologists in this university have barely met any living fairies. You are aware of how fresh this field is within academia, aren't you? You're not. It pains me to admit that I genuinely do not know how to get them back. I will keep trying nonetheless. We both fell silent, as though a heavy weight had settled in our throats, refusing to budge. We can also look at this case from another angle. The motives. Based on your investigation, what could be the rationale behind the warrior fairies' actions? It's difficult to pinpoint the reason why fairies do what they do, since they don't follow human rules or morality. However, I found that warriors' hatred towards human may be the cause. Warriors are targeting people blessed by the scribes. Maybe there are violet traces, blue traces, oh no, it's Yakon. Violet, blue traces of magic. Medyo pala. Warriors' hatred towards human may be the cause too, though. There were violet, blue traces, right, in the items earlier? Maybe. Because they were all rich targets? I forgot what scribes be. Scribes are the smart face, the nicer face, who might do favors to, for humans. I think it's the first option. The three middle-aged are blessed by the scribe face, shown by the sigils on one of their hands. I say as I hover the black light on top of the family photographs, one by one. I did not do that. I forgot to do that. I mentioned before that especially strong magic can be seen even through photographs. Yes, I remember. He answers while taking the black light out of my hand and checking the sigils himself. I forgot to check that, but I had a feeling, you know. 2 sigils light up on Mrs. Woodridge's family photograph and one on Mrs. Moore's. This sigil is a sign of being blessed by one of the scribe fae, usually given when someone has done a very special boon for a scribe. It gives good fortune and is passed down through generations. As you know, the middle-aged victims and their families are old rich families that have stayed on top for many decades. That's how strong the magic is. Mrs. Moore was adopted, that's why it's only her who has it. Her late biological parents hailed from a distinguished and affluent lineage. Theo points at the faces in Mrs. Woodridge's photographs. And he's the biological father, while the other 2 are step-family. I nod at him. I'm positively sure that, should we check into Mrs. Niblet's family photograph, she and her children would display the same sigils. I'll see what I can do. Oh, and it's also meant as a warning for others not to harm the marked human. I guess that warning didn't work in this case, did it? No, it didn't. Well, I suppose this does make sense and it's a pattern. Yes, this might be targeted murders. He then casts a glance my way with an air of satisfaction around him and breaks into a smile. Good job. My, considering how rarely he gives commendations, this sounds like the compliment of a lifetime. I can feel my confidence is going through the roof. Thank you. Lastly, what have you found of the poor girl, Mary Hatcher? Any connections to fairies? The chemist's report is similar to the case files. The blood is normal human blood, traces of arsenic. I didn't find any signs of fairy magic from the evidence. Even so, based on her relation to Mrs. Niblet, I'm sorry. I'm kasalakluda. We can't discard the possibility that fairies might be involved with her death too. Theo nods in agreement. I have one more piece of information to tell you. Really?
What is it?
Mr. Henkel told me that there exists a clandestine occult group called the Golden Dawn. I asked him about this since the police report suggested some occultism might be involved. Hardly anyone, even from the upper class, has ever heard of it. He said several elites are members of it. He picks out a small notebook and a pen from his trench coat and starts writing. I'm not sure if this is useful. Every scrap of information counts. I ought to note down the things we've talked about today as well. Your findings really threw me for a loop. I forgot to take notes. Of course, your time. While Theo is writing, I tidy out my desk and put the evidence back in the box.
Anything else you got?
That's all I have for now. He puts his notebook and pen back in his coat. He heaves a sigh so heavy I can believe he has the weight of the city on his shoulders. Even so, when he looks at me, there's a glint of something that wasn't there before. I'm sorry I have a date with Mr. Henkel today. This fleck of illumination is all the more stark since we started this discussion. Let's hope, perhaps, a tiny, delicate thing is blooming in this room to counteract the overwhelming darkness and despair outside.
I always knew you were clever. But I have to say, you've outdone yourself this time. I'm impressed. From start to finish, you were able to line the evidence perfectly with your theories. Everything makes perfect sense.
Can't believe he's saying all of this. I'm feeling like $1,000,000. Thank you, Theo. It means so much coming from you.
Haven't I always told you you'd make a good detective?
Yes, he has. It feels nostalgic all of a sudden. Feels like such a long time ago. That got a smirk out of him.
Well, we've still got our work cut out for us. At least for now. Innocent people won't get thrown in jail, thanks to you. I just need to convince the chief and the papers. Though with your findings, it sure would make it a lot easier.
If anyone can pull it off, it's you. Even with that ragamuffin look, there's something about you that makes people listen to you and trust you.
Well, now, you did fall for this ragamuffin.
And how do you know it wasn't your constant brush with danger that drew me in?
Oh, I know.
I'm short of a comeback for once. He knows just how to catch me off guard. Hey, we're still in here too, bro. We're still in here too. All of a sudden, the playful glint in his eyes disappears, replaced by a serious stare.
Listen, I might have to bring up your name in my report. I can't predict how the papers will handle this, but it's possible they'll mention you and Faeology. This is good for your field, of course, but it could draw unwanted, dangerous attention your way.
I'll be fine, Theo. I can protect myself. This is what the field needs.
Indeed, you're more than capable of taking care of yourself. I know that very well.
I do appreciate you worrying over me. Theo's concern seems to fade, and he lets out a sigh of relief.
Well, this day's certainly been a ride.
Glances at his wristwatch.
I've still got time until I have to get back to the station. Fancy a drink with me? You can tell me more about faeries. I'll listen with way less judgment this time. Just like I promised.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Oh, I get it.
Besides, I must honor a prior appointment with somebody else.
Alright, I'd better get going then. Be sure to take care of yourself.
Same goes for you. Just as the detective is about to leave, my patron arrives at the door. Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, of course. Fancy seeing you here, Detective Krause.
Even as Theo continues to glare, Mr. Henkel's eyes are steady on mine.
Are you ready to go?
In a moment. I just have to finish grading these assignments. It will take 10 minutes at most.
I'm happy to wait. Anything for you.
There's a slamming sound as Theo leaves the office just then. After he departs, I focus on the assignments for grading. The only noise that can be heard in the office is the rustling of papers. Sir Henkel then breaks the silence. Are you looking forward to all the exciting funding opportunities we can potentially snag at this event? I'm not looking forward to rattling my can waiting for coins to drop. You know I'd never let you beg. As long as you're with me, you'll get things done with dignity. You know what I'm most excited to see? Or taste, rather? What? The free-flowing champagne! The fundraiser will have that, right? Of course, that's a given. I have a lot to celebrate tonight. Oh? You have to tell me everything as soon as possible. I will, I promise. Oh! CG! Let's go! Oh, that's a beautiful art, by the way. Ending 2, Gala of Generosity. That's it? Oh, there's still a continuation actually. It's another afternoon in the office. My patron has stopped by to discuss a research project that I've been considering. Now that Faeology might get increased credibility, especially with the police, I think we should examine the prevalence of strange deaths caused by faeries, don't you think, Mr. Henkel? The police might agree to help us collect the data. I'm not so sure about that. It would take time for the police to trust us to that extent. Besides, wouldn't it be more pressing to focus on your research on warrior faes? We have to talk. Before I can respond, 2 individuals suddenly barge into my office. Sorry, I tried to stop him but couldn't. Even though I've told him you're in a meeting right now. That's okay, Minnie. You can let me handle this. You say so, Professor. Minnie grumbles at Theo as she walks out. What's eating you, Theo? Theo doesn't so much as glance at Mr. Henkel. He unfurls a rolled-up newspaper from the inner pocket of his coat. Hands it to me. Oh. Oh no. At a glance, I can see the phrase, "Faeries are real, evil is afoot," and "faeries killing humans," spelled out in bold, oversized letters. Title Dance Till Death. As I begin reading, my patron peers over my shoulder to read as well. It is not the chief's statement that made the front page. It's another bizarre murder, and this time, the victim is a beloved celebrity. She danced until her body gave out. Oh, just like the story with the shoes. I forgot the name of the fairy tale. They wrote out all the excessively grisly details connected to her death. Moreover, the reports surrounding the other homicides have been thoroughly sensationalized and exaggerated. They've depicted fairies as evil enemies of mankind, and in some parts, they even insinuate that war between beings is brewing. We didn't say that! Reading all of this makes my heart sink and my stomach churn. I need to put the paper down for a moment. This is truly awful. I've already checked the crime scene. The details of this latest incident look similar to what we've uncovered from the previous murders. Given everything, I'd say Faeries definitely in the picture here. Cinderella? No, it's... Is it Cinderella? I think it's not Cinderella. There's another story, like about the dancing shoes. I think the ending was that it was given to the evil mother. Was it Cinderella? I don't think. Though it's still hard to make heads or tails of all this. It's very difficult to grasp their motives, but judging by the methods and frequency, I have to say this is significant. Something big might be going on in the land of the fairies. As the conversation unfolds, Mr. Henkel appears to be deeply in thought. I thought that was a real plague. Also, good evening, Purin. Good evening. How are you?
I need you to check something really quick.
Theo gives me a photograph of the celebrity. Knowing exactly what he wants, I retrieve the blacklight from my drawer and examine the photograph closely. Both Theo and Mr. Henkel peek over my shoulder to see. A sigil, the same one as the other 3 victims had.
I suppose we can now establish that these are targeted murders.
I nod at him. For some reason, Mr. Henkel is nodding with me. Although the 4th victim, Mary Hatcher, doesn't have the sigil, does she? Did you find anything more about it? Theo shakes his head, leaving behind a troubled look.
Nobody in the purchase records has a strong link to the girl. We were asking around here and there. The girl was a saint. Everybody loved her. A squabble with Mrs. Niblet is the strongest lead we have.
A striking realization dawns upon me. What if a fairy transformed into a human and purchased the poison?
What? They can do that?
Suddenly, Mr. Henkel's familiar voice fills the room after his long stretch of silence.
Oh yes, detective. Although when a fairy shifts into human shape, they cannot assume the identity of someone already living. Your culprit may well be a name on the list, but one that doesn't truly exist.
I give a nod in agreement with his words, feeling slightly proud that my patron is reading all the knowledge this university has to offer. You're not just a patron, you're a fan of me. Theo flinches at Mr. Henkel's input, clearly having dismissed him as part of the furniture. He then scoffs. Theo! All I get from Theo is a shrug. Surprisingly, he turns toward the patron.
From what I've come to understand, fairy magic is more than capable of doing the killing. They've no need for poison. But I won't discard the possibility.
Mr. Henkel only replies with a smile. Well, that's certainly a rare occurrence. Theo goes back to ignoring Mr. Henkel and talks directly to me.
I should mention that I've gotten permission for you to check the crime scene. Come with me tomorrow?
I'll see what I can do.
Right, gotta go. I'm leaving the newspaper here. There are more articles about Faeology that you should read.
Without so much as a word of goodbye to Mr. Henkel, Theo turns and leaves. I pick up the paper again and continue reading, while Mr. Henkel silently reads alongside me. The field of Faeology is indeed mentioned quite markedly, but its loyalty to humankind is under scrutiny. Although the police chief spoke of our help, the papers continue to raise doubts about our involvement in these killings. What? Is the Faeology University a friend or a foe? Oh! That's it, guys. That's the demo. That's the end of the demo of Death and Faeology. Here's the credit. Thank you, Mushroom Mallow, for recommending the game to me. I love it. I love it, honestly. Ooh. That's it. Oh my god. Okay, a little bit of after talk, I guess. A little bit of closing after talk, but woohoo! We finished the game. I mean the demo. Sorry, not the game. So, I honestly really liked the overall atmosphere and the mystery of revolving the game. Demonya aja udah lumayan panjang. Iya, demonya aja 2 jam, guys. The demo is 2 hours long. That is if you read everything. It could be shorter if you don't. I think if I see my OBS right here, we've been playing for about 2 hours, 15 minutes-ish. And that is because I voiced every lines and I read every single text. I think if you don't read everything out loud, it could be much faster. But still, I think it's a pretty dense content for a demo. And it's very promising. Like, I'm loving what I see here. And I can feel that the mystery is just going to go deeper and deeper. The writing was on point. Yes, yes, yes. And I can feel the tension, the relationship between each characters just from their interaction, which I totally love. And I really love the art. I really love the. Earlier we only got one CG. The scene with Mr. Henkel. I'm sure if we chose to drink with Theo instead, we'll get a different image. But I love the art. I love the style, man. It's something I think I would totally buy this when it's released. I'm not sure if I'm gonna stream it because it might be very very long. But uh, I will totally buy and play it. Yeah. It's so fun. I love me some noir fantasy detective game. How was it? This you guys' cup of tea? If you guys are interested in other games as well, I think the dev. Wait, let me just cough for a little bit. The developers Mushroom Mallow is also currently working on an otome game called Okami Okami. I saw the art and it looks good. In case you guys are interested in otome games, I think they also have other games that are not on Steam, but they look super cute. I checked their website, right, and I mean their X and see what games they've developed, and I think all of them are super cute. I mean, not cute, but like catered to my taste. So, in case you guys are interested because of this demo and you want to check out their other games, please do check out their social media and or website and look at their games. I do like me some mystery with romance real. Will do. Let's go. Okay. That is it for tonight, and this is our first day. I mean, my first day officially joining the Seago streams events. Everybody else have started from the start of the month, but I was moving. I was moving places as I have told in my other streams before. That's why I only gotten the chance to stream again now. So yeah, sadly I have missed 1 week, but the good news is we have 3.5 more weeks in December, so we'll get to play a lot more games. And for tomorrow, I am going to play a psychological horror game. That's very uncharacteristic of me since I'm a scaredy cat. But the game is inspired by old flash games from like I don't know like 90s vibes, which I totally love. So let's hope that I'll have the courage to finish spooky game. Maybe it'll be okay spooky game as long as it's not like first person walking around, hopefully. By the way, can you guys hear the BGM currently? I hope you guys can. Can, right? Oh, you cannot, huh? Damn. Okay, let me. Now you can hear the BGM. Man, I have been babbling without BGM then all this time. I am so embarrassed. It is on now. Yep. Yay. Okay, so tomorrow is I'm gonna play Last Scene Online, which is a game made by a Vietnamese developer. I'm going to share the details on my X account very soon, but the waiting room is already on my channel in case you guys are interested. You can turn the bell on, and well, that's it. See you guys again tomorrow. I will really, really need help tomorrow because yeah, it's horror, so and puzzle too. So the overall theme of this week is puzzles and choices. So yeah, it's gonna be. I feel that there's gonna be puzzles and scary contents, which I will need a lot of help with. Yeah. Purin will be safe from spooky. I will be if you guys are with me. Hehehe. Okay. That should be it for today. Thank you everyone. Itu ada notif jangan lupa minum air. Tadi nggak kedengeran nih sama aku. Itu notif baru ya? Bentar aku cek dulu ya. Itu notif baru kah, guys? Atau itu notif lama? Damn, I missed that. I'm so sorry. Even though the sound is on, I think I was too focused on the game to notice. Tunggu, mari aku apresiasi dulu. Ya. Sebentar. Ay. Aku lupa lagi passwordnya apa. Saking lamanya nggak login traktir. Okay. That's not it. Not it. Maybe this. That's not it. Maybe it's this. Damn, I totally forgot, man. Maybe I can log in through Google. Oh, I can. Oh, syukurlah. I am saved. Okay. Let me just okay. Okay. Logged in. Okay. Oh, ternyata betul. Ada yang baru dari support dari jangan lupa minum air, Kak. Terima kasih. Jangan lupa minum air, Kak. Aku lupa, tapi aku sudah beres streamnya, jadi habis ini aku minum air. I forgot password. Aduh. Terima kasih. Jangan lupa minum air, Kak. Aku akan minum air abis ini. Gluk. Tadi muncul nggak tapi notifnya di layar? Apa error ya? Aku juga kemarin kayaknya pas mini haru nggak muncul notifnya. But anyways, thank you everybody for chatting and stopping by the stream and for watching the stream. See you again tomorrow. Have a good night's rest for now. Bye bye. Thank you everyone. I'll try to use my life 2D for tomorrow. I think I gotta do something. I am actually not so sure how to connect my iPad so that it can detect my face, because I just realized that the cable for iPad is like type C, and my computer does not have a type C slot. So I have to think about it for a bit. Oke, bye-bye semuanya. Terima kasih sudah nonton. Thank you for watching. Selamat malam and see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye. Yeah.